Alright, so I've seen Godzilla, right? And of course, and Kong and Godzilla, right? So the premise of the story, and this is what you might not understand from the previews, by the way, is okay, Kong's still in the hidden earth, whatever you're gonna call it, right? The earth underneath the earth, right? Right. Or the kingdom, right? And it starts off from there, and they're having some kind of problem, right? And it opens up a portal or a hole in the Middle Earth. There's this other chamber below it, right? And of course, right, there's something going on down there. There are other ape-like creatures, which is what you don't know from the previews, right? Right. And they're trying to get to the surface layer, right? Right. And there was kind of an ancient rivalry with them and Godzilla and everything, and they got their own pet, so to speak, monster, right? And they're controlling it through a special talisman or whatever, right? And keeping it under control through pain or whatever, right? And so the whole plot is this ape is trying to get to the surface, and that's why Godzilla and Kong eventually kind of get into it to get Godzilla on their side, right? And then Godzilla's gathering, you know, since he's radioactive energy, right, to fight off the other monster, right? So basically, right, that's what the movie's about, right? How to, defeat this other bad guy, right, with his monster, right? And that's kind of the part you might not understand from just the previews or the clips, right? Right. It's kind of confusing that way, right? But anyway, so the whole point of the story is does Kong and Godzilla, with the help of also Mothra, who is also part of the series, right, defeat this other new character with his monster, and again, they're buddies, right? Right, who fight with Kong and right Godzilla and Mothra. So you got three against these other guys, right? And of course, you got Baby Kong, how they meet and all that, and the basic gist of the story is who's gonna win the outcome between the three, Godzilla, Mothra, and Kong, or the bad guy and his monster, right? Or are they gonna make peace, or what's gonna happen, right? And again, right, that's the whole premise of the story. And the girl from um, Kong Skull Island, she plays an important role too, because she's like, telepathic or something, right? So that's kind of part of it too, right? So she's a special character in it this time, right? Kind of like, Mothra had two girls with it in the original series, right? Who would kind of talk for it or communicate with it, right? Right. And they would speak for Mothra and Godzilla and all that, and then, that's what she's kind of doing, right? To help, fix everything and get things back to normal, right? Right. And that's the basic gist of the movie, right? That's, how you do a book report on a book report, or share about a movie or book you see with other people that might want to see the details, right? You just don't tell them everything, but you tell them a little bit of it, right? And that is, good enough to check out. You're going to see it, right? And it'll be an interesting movie for you to see. You just tell them generally the plot, right? Right, right, but not really reveal too much details, right? But just the overall feel of the movie, right? We learned that in school in English class, how to do book reports, right? Most people in America know how to do that, right? And see, an education in America is more important than working in America, right? That's why the girl has to be 16 in Georgia to start working as a apprentice to an technician job, right? She's supposed to be in school until she's 16, That's what I mean, right? She had another year left if she's 15 and trying to work in Georgia, right? She can't yet do that job, right? And you don't get it either, right? It don't matter how you label it. training an apprentice, right? She can't do that yet. She's got to wait a year. That's all. That's all. Then she can legally do it, right? In Georgia. Not meaning if she wanted to work in a easy job, like say a theater, right, at 15, she can't, right? There's no restrictions on certain jobs. I keep telling you that. But certain jobs have age restrictions. You can't do it until you're so old, right? That's not up to you or your dad or someone you're working for. That's up to the Georgia lawmakers, right? In Atlanta or wherever the hell they are, who made that a law, right? You don't have a choice. I don't have a choice, right? You just can't work her till she's 16, right? Or start her apprenticeship program, right? Now, all I can do, like I said, is ask her for ID from either New Jersey or Georgia if I'm not actually from New Jersey or Georgia, right? If I run into someone who says they're 37, unless they're trying to have sex with me to 37, which who's saying they can't do that, right? See, the thing is, a 37-year-old woman can have sex with you, but a 15-year-old girl ain't supposed to be working or have sex with you. She can't do either or, right? She's not supposed to be in the store at all, right? Not yet. And if she's 16, it would be legal if she has sex with you, right? That's what you're not listening to, right? So in Georgia, she's also only a year younger than the age of consent, right? Even though I'm a 50-year-old man, I'm way past 4 years older than her, right? That had nothing to do with it, right? The fact that her dad's working her at all is the problem, right? Or letting her work at all, right? See, if she's 50, she's supposed to be at home with her dad studying in school. Unless she's 16, right? Or working one of the jobs approved by the Georgia Department of Labor a 15-year-old can work, right? Nail tech ain't one of them. No. I keep telling you that, right? She has to be 16, now 17, right? To even start the job. It's also 17 in New Jersey, right? Meaning, until she's 16 or 17, she can't start apprenticeship program until she's that age, right? Stubborn. And before that, she's supposed to be in school. Now, there's a reason for that. Has to do with how you do somebody else's nails and the fact that they could have a fungal infection or you can infect them with the fungal infection yourself, right? And it has to do with the legal consequences of those actions, right? There's legal reasons too. She has to be 16 or 17 at the time, right? And then you're acting privileged, right? You're acting like you can do what nobody else in Georgia can do. You're acting full of yourself. That's what that's called. Stubborn. Mule.